Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and I'm back. Now you know you're rocking with the best word up. So, yo, I don't forgot my intro, man, what I used to do from back in the day. But anyway, this is the first time I've actually done a live edited video. Well, I guess it's not live because I'm editing a video, right? But I hadn't done a video in damn near years. And I kind of want to talk about that a bit, man. It's just been so many crazy things been going on in my life, so many ups and a lot of downs. It was a lot of stuff that I haven't been happy with. Um, First of all, I appreciate anybody who stuck with me, who still come by and see my live streams or those gameplays. Sometimes it's terrible. And for a lot of times, it's just sparse. Really, it's just sparse. It's just that I don't do it a lot. It's not that I don't be playing my games. I play my games. I play them, but I just don't stream them because it's just so much craziness in my life. As most of you guys do know, that I am on dialysis. My kidneys are gone. My kidneys failed. So I've been on dialysis since 2018, February 2018. So I'm waiting on a kidney and trying to get on the list. There's just so much stuff I got to get done. I got to raise money, and I got to get about $20,000. That's a lot of money, man. Especially now, I'm not even working. I'm not even employed anymore. I worked at my company for 18 years, and last year I lost my job. Not because of the company, due to my health. Like I said, it's been so weird dealing with the dichotomy of that and dealing with family drama. I got my mom. She moved back in with me because she had a stroke, and she's kind of look like she's going to through the early stages of dementia and all that stuff. And it's hard to deal with that, man. And it's so my passion hasn't been there. You know, I was sitting there while I was on the machine the other day, and I was looking at some of my old videos, and I was like, "Well, damn, I could see where I was progressing. I was actually seeing myself getting better." I was like, "Damn, this is actually a pretty good video I did, pretty good rant that I did on some things." And of course, watching a whole bunch of shitload of videos about DSP, that's Dark Side Field, in case you guys didn't know. Uh, but yeah, it just I lost the love and the passion to edit for the videos, and this is crazy because like even right now, what I'm doing for is my editing. I'm using my PlayStation 5. Yes, I was lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 this summer. I just was so thankful. Things fell into place where I was able to get one. I also got my best friend one. My best friend, her little boy, well, he's a grown man now, but got him one, and also helped my best friend get one of her friends' son a PlayStation 5, so they'll have it for Christmas. So that made me feel really good about doing that. But yeah, I got a PlayStation 5, and I've been playing games on it. Like I said, I've been playing games. I love it. But I would have put this on my laptop in my Elgato, but my Elgato actually has been messed up for years. For years. And I really didn't feel like fooling with it and hooking it up to the PS5 and recording video and put it in my video editor. I just didn't want to deal with it. Like I said, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. I didn't want to deal with it. I remember when, I was going so hard trying to do videos and produce videos and making sure I'm doing transitions and cuts and all that, being up in the middle of the night, sitting there on that laptop editing the videos. But I remember even before when I was recording the video, because I remember I even went and bought what's that damn thing? What's that damn mic called? I forgot what the mic is called. It was a nice mic. I love that mic. I bought a one of those Rode things to hang the mic on or whatever, and a Blue Yeti. That's what the mic was. I had a Blue Yeti mic, and I still have it, but I don't even have it hooked up. I took it all down because I was just so disgusted with my life. Just like I said, with just so much drama and dealing with the health issues and constantly being in the hospital, and it's just worrying about money. Now, it's bad enough having to sit here and live off a disability, and disability don't pay shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not, especially when you got bills to pay. If I ain't had no other bills to pay, man, I would be straight with the money that I make. But unfortunately, that's not life. So you just dealing with that, dealing with, like I said, with money issues and dealing with health issues. Like even like last year, this is what happened when I ended up losing my job. Um, I got an infection in my left foot. Got in my left foot. I swear to God, it was no bigger than the size of my tip of someone's pinky finger. That's how I started off. And that started off in September of 2020. And I still remember to this day, I was telling my social worker, like, yo, you know, COVID 2020 didn't hit me hard yet. Early in the year, I told her that everything was going great. Then I got that infection. And I remember it kept getting bigger and spreading. And it wasn't like I was sitting home not trying to do anything. I was getting there preemptively. We got to the doctor. We were doing medication and all kinds of stuff, antibiotics and everything, trying to make sure it didn't spread and get worse. But unfortunately, it got worse. So they put a graft on my foot. I had surgery. I had a graft on my left foot. So after I had the graft on there, I had to go back the very next week, get into another hospital. So doc wanted to go somewhere else for me to get another graft on my foot. So I got another graft on my foot. And everything was going well. I thought I was going to be back to work in December, and I still had to be out on a leave of absence and all that crap. And what sucked is that I had none of my benefits that I could fall back on. Like when I was working full time, since I've been on dialysis, I had to work part time. But when I was working full time, I had all kinds of health benefits and stuff. So if I missed work, it wasn't really hurting too much because I was still getting paid and all that stuff, plus my disability check, So I didn't have none of that. So then February was around. I mean, I take this back. December rolls around. In January, I started getting sick again, feeling really awful. Felt bad. I mean, it felt real awful. And then around February, March, during that month of February and going into March, I got started getting really, really sick. We working with more antibiotics, and I tell you what. Then it got to April. This was the craziest part, and it was right before my 45th birthday. Yes, I'm 45. I'm an old dude. So right before my 45th birthday, I swear to God, I got so sick where I couldn't eat food. I really couldn't eat nothing, and when I went to my podiatrist, the doc was literally pulling bone out of my foot. He pulled a chunk of bone out of my foot. If you were to take your hand, I wish I had a photo of it, probably about 2 inches of bone out of my foot. And he looked at me, he said, Mr. Brown, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. He said, you have to cut this off. We can still keep trying, but none of this stuff is working. We're going to try for months to save your foot, and you're feeling worse and worse. And the only way you're going to really heal this, you're going to have to lose your foot. That was something I did not want to hear. I worked so hard to be healthy, or healthy as I can be, and not to lose my foot. And I was like, I was crying. Yeah, you see a big grown man I got for my birthday with that news. And I was sitting there just crying in April. And I was like, damn. And I was so mad because I'm still out of work and I wanted to get back to work. But I said, well, we got to, I said, F it, let's do it. And I said, because of that, because I was feeling so awful. And then I swear that last week, all the way up until that last week, and then when I finally got my mind right, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I was getting all my affairs in order, just in case, because I didn't know how long I was going to be in the hospital, because I was trying to prepare my mom. Like I said, my mom has kind of got dementia a little bit, and she was going to be by herself, and I knew I was going to be in the hospital, but I just didn't know how long I was going to be there. But anyway, that week, I never thought hiccups would be so bad. I never thought hiccups would be so terrible. Man, let me tell you, I had hiccups that started on a Monday or Tuesday. It lasted for like 15 minutes, and I would laugh because I ain't had hiccups in God knows forever. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, it lasted longer. So it went on for 15 minutes, now to about an hour or two. It's like, well, damn, that's funny. Then the next day, now mind you, I still can't eat anything because I'm not hungry. I'm buying food or I'm cooking food and I can't eat anything. So I'm sitting there like, well, damn, I'm hiccuping at night. I can't stop hiccuping. I'm on the machine at dialysis. I'm hiccuping for hours on hours upon hours. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Every time I talk, I was just, like this every time, just having conversations, trying to have a conversation. And what happened was that I still was hiccuping. Couldn't stop. Only way I would get comfort or relief, I couldn't even sleep at night because I was hiccuping so much and feeling bad and couldn't eat. It was a whole combination of crap. So I had to throw up. And when I was throwing up, dark stuff was coming up, and I didn't know what the heck this dark stuff was. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh, okay, it must have been something I ate. And I know some pills that I take that does other things, make other stuff dark. I'm not going into detail about that, but so I just thought it was that. And then it got to be a Friday. I did my treatment. And I remember sitting there and I was crying because I knew I was going to have to go in the hospital that Saturday because I was going to go to the hospital Saturday. But I wanted to do all my treatment so I wouldn't miss it. And I was crying in there, and and the people, the nurses and the techs were, they was comforting me, but I was hiccuping the whole time. Hiccup that night. That night I felt so bad and hiccuping. And when I would throw up, it would relieve the hiccups. But this time it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. So I wasn't getting any kind of relief. So when I didn't get any kind of relief, I was sitting here like, oh God, what's going on? Because I feel awful. I feel terrible. I feel bad. And I can't get relief and it won't stop the hiccups. So then when that happened, I was like, man, I got to go to the hospital. I woke up Saturday morning and I felt a little bit better. So I was like, nah, I ain't going to have to go. But probably about 2 hours into that, after I got up, I'm still hiccuping. Then I started throwing up. Then I saw this red stuff come up. And I said, oh, that's blood. I got to go. I got to go to the hospital. I can't even sit around no more. I can't play around and BS no more. I called my cousin to come and take me to the hospital. So he took me to the hospital, and I'm in the hospital, and I'm in the waiting room. I've been in there. I got to the back room probably about 4 o'clock, and I was waiting on the bed, and I was in the back there in that room till about midnight. And then what happened at midnight? Because I was telling the doctors, I said, I know the leg is coming off. They're gonna have to cut the leg below the knee. That's coming off. I know that's coming off. So don't worry about it. Please tell me what's going on with my hiccups. What's the problem with the hiccups? And they were ignoring it. So when 12 o'clock rolled around, the nurse came in there and she adjusted my bed while I lifted up a little bit. And I said, oh God, I'm going to throw up. And then I called the nurse. I said, nurse, and she put her finger up and said, hold on 1 second. And I said, that's okay. You're not coming to me when I need you here. So I started throwing up. And when I threw up, I got some on the floor and they saw it was black and it was dark. The look on that nurse face and her colleague was like, oh my God, this is bad. So I looked at her, I said, I know that look. I told her, no, no, Mr. Brown, it's not bad. No, no, no. We're a little concerned. I said, what's the problem? Tell me what's going on. I'm a big boy. You could tell me what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that squeamish or whatever. You could tell me about it, right? Because I'm going through too much shit. So she was like, no, no, it's nothing. So the same doctor who was watching me that night, oh, he personally came down there and wheeled me down to CAT scan. And he wheeled me down to CAT scan. And so I could overhear him talking to me. He's throwing up blood. He threw up a lot of blood. They started giving me medicines and everything, which helped me not to throw up, but I was still having the hiccups. And the only way the hiccups kind of went away was after them treating me with the medicine for a few days and going under anesthesia, the hiccups went away. So I kind of like anesthesia anyway. I know that sounds weird, but it's like the best rest you get, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy when I say stuff like that. But yeah, that was one. That's part one of that story. I'm gonna save part two for the for another one because that's tell you the deal what happened with after after surgery and all that. I'll save that. But anyway, stuff like that has been happening to me, and that's why I haven't been, like I said, making videos because I haven't had a passion for it like I used to. It's like I remember trying to get into the video game wars and to excuse me, when I say video game wars, I mean stuff like the console wars and things like that. But honestly, I just think it's really stupid. It's really, really dumb. because people still fighting the wars now. Same guys I used to follow on Weapon Wheel. I ain't listened to Weapon Wheel in about a year or two because they still talk about the same bullshit. He and Black Bond. What's the other dude name? I forgot the guy, HDR or whatever his name is. Hard Eight had his thing. I stopped listening to their stuff too. It's just it's the same shit. So, but I guess that's what it is all the time with gamers and watching video games and being a part of this YouTube community. Not saying what they did wasn't great. It was actually great. The podcast was really good. It was highly entertaining. It's still highly entertaining. But it's just something I'm just not into anymore. Although I have been more into listening to people talk shit about Dark Side Phil because I don't like Dark Side Phil, and I've stated on rants before that I don't like Phil for numerous reasons. One, for his lying, and for number two, how ungrateful he is, and he's a bitch. He's a bitch, but idiots still give him money. They give him tons and tons of money, and he still make a lot of money on this platform, making $10,000 a month, and says that he's broken, he don't have any money, and blah blah blah. And the reason why he's broke because the bank just proved that he's playing gotcha games or whatever, just wasting money. So, but idiots still give him money. Idiots still like giving him money, and they give him tons of money. Give him almost $100 per stream, and he streams twice a day for 6 days a week. So he comes up close. He can max out. It probably average around about $1,200 a week just off tips alone. Not he don't even count the super chats and people dropping $200 and $300 in super chats because he don't get that money to the 21st of each month. So if you pay him in December, you get it on 21st in January. But it's still not enough. But people support idiots like that. So when I see stuff, it's like, well, damn, I put this effort in. I think I'm doing a good product. It may not be the best, or may not be, you know, the greatest thing out there. I'm not this funny guy that's out there, but I try to put entertaining commentary. I have different things I want to talk about because I don't just like talking about video games. Video games is my escape. I love sports. Got football right now on in the back. So in the background, my other TV. But the passion for making videos, like I said, it just went away. It went away because I remember recording, especially in Florida here. It's hot. It's always hot. I remember being here sweating my ass off making recordings. Making sure my audio sounds great, making sure everything sounds really good. Making sure the video transitions are there. Just putting the highlights in there and measuring all stuff up and putting it out there and getting a pretty decent title and doing all the things you do to make a video and produce something that other people would like. And other people were enjoying it. But, like I said, as time went on, I saw the views was dropping. I never had like a whole bunch of views. Went and get the subs like I wanted to. Then I just stopped putting out content because I was constantly putting out content. Because like I said, I had fun doing this. I had fun even when I went to work for 10, 12 hours a day to come home, record a video, course and gameplay on one day or 2 days, and then make a video on it the next day. And I couldn't wait to do it because I was just so excited. I was just so excited. And I tried the podcast thing, which I think could have worked, but I didn't put enough effort into it. And also at the time when all this stuff was happening, things were happening in my life, transitioning to my health going bad and getting worse, and just being stressed out with family issues. It just wasn't fun for me to do, and I just didn't want to do it. And the thing is, it's nobody's fault but mine. It's really nobody's fault for mine, but because I should have been doing something. I should have been producing something. I should have been putting stuff out. But the easiest thing to do is the live stream. It is real easy. All you do, you hit a button, especially now, like with the PlayStation, and dealing with Elgato. I mean, it was easy. All you do, hit a few buttons, boom, you're live. I tried jumping on Facebook and putting stuff on Twitch. Twitch definitely wasn't working. I got some pretty decent hits when I uploaded some Neo gameplay to TikTok. That's what blew my mind. But I think that's why I'll probably do some things like that, put some stuff on TikTok. But yeah, I just today, I just feel good. And I feel good right now making this video because I haven't made one in 20 years. That's what it seemed like. And also I'm playing AC Valhalla, which is a game that came out last year. Kind of digging it, and I can see why people didn't like this game. I understand, it's not traditional Assassin's Creed and all that. The game's actually pretty fun, but I can see why people say this game did overstay its welcome. I just looked up and I was like, damn, I'm almost 70 hours in. I'm nowhere near finished. And I think it's a little bit, again, it's too much content. Some of the stuff I think it could have been wrapped up. And it's not, and the game's not that hard, especially once you level up. It's not really that challenging with these enemies. I think they should have made more of the enemies fight you at one time, like they do in Odyssey. Like, yo, if one person hit you, the next person. It's like sometimes when you get in these animations, it's just one-on-one fighting, which would make more sense if they made the game a little bit more difficult in a sense of like Neo 2. Like Neo 2 is one of my favorite games. I don't know why I like that game so much, but I love that game. And I just love it because of the challenge of the game. Um, or Dark Souls or something like that, or Sekiro, where okay, you need to be on your P's and Q's when you're playing. Because sometimes I could just zone out because there's some of the buffs that I get now that, like I said, I'm nowhere near the end of the game. Some of the buffs that I get now, I feel like okay, unless you're a super high level, you're not going to kill me. Like I ran into somebody who was a level 360, and they killed me in two shots. It was one shot, but now it's two shot. But anything on my level or even above now, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that difficult. I guess I could change the difficulty sliders because they just updated it where you can do that, and I think I may have to do that to get more of a challenge out of the game. Not saying I'm like super good or whatever, but now I'm kind of feeling like okay, I can't. The enemies are not going to be able to stop me, and I'm gonna have to do something to make it a little bit more difficult now for myself. But anyway, yeah, that's AC Valhalla. Oh, and but yeah, like I said, this is the first time in a long time, and if you've been a long time follower, man, still check out my stuff from time to time. I want to just tell you I appreciate it, man. I did pick up some new subs, which it surprised the hell out of me. But I just want to say thank you for sticking by me. I know, like I said, I'm inconsistent, and sometimes I just don't do stuff because honestly, is I'm just lazy. And then sometimes especially when I do dialysis, I'm just drained, drained. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just trying to get my life in order. I'm trying to get my life in order, but my life is just crazy. There's just so much bad stuff be happening, and I sit there and I hate to, trying to not to be truthful or to sound like I'm bitching or whining, but you just get tired of stupid shit. You get tired of dealing with stuff that you don't think should happen to you in life, and you wonder why it's happened to you, why it's not happening to somebody else, and especially, I never try to do people wrong or whatever, but it is what it is. Life is what it is. So anyway, I know I can still keep talking and keep running my mouth because they did give me got enough room for a 30-minute video right here. Word up. But I'm gonna end it right here and save this clip for something else. The last, I guess 37 minutes of this gameplay, or 6 minutes, or what have you, for something else. But I want to say thank you guys. I want to say thank you to my subs, especially the active subs who do be around to check me out. Shout out to the new people who became part of the King Bean Goat Posse. I guess that's what we're gonna call it, right? The Goat Posse. I said posse, not the other word. I said posse, like we used to say back in the '80s, man. Word up. I ran the streets of Brooklyn, New York. But thanks for rocking out with your boy, man. Thanks for being there. Shout out to my people on Twitter, James the Lester Loco. You know what I'm saying? My man Andre, what up, man? Smasher, what it do, baby? Work Birdie. I'm sorry for getting everybody else's name right now. I forget the dude to come on my stream all the time. Yo, Marco, that's it. What's up, Marco? Shout out to you, Marco, my man. Marco always shows support, man. Every time he get a chance to. That's my man. He's a nice dude, man. But thanks for listening to Ramblings of an Old Man. And what I think is, I'm gonna try to do better. Try to actually upload video because now I actually got time. I ain't got to go to all these doctor appointments right now, and I'm crossing my fingers. Y'all cross your fingers. Keep praying that I don't have to keep going all the time. That's the other part of another story I'm gonna share with you guys. So anyway, it's your boy King Bean. I'll holler at you dudes later. And before I get out there with my one line at the end, I'm gonna remember my intro because my intro was dope. I gotta go back and listen to my older videos so I can memorize my intro because the intro was dope. Anybody watching this any time in the world, anytime during the day in the world, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's your boy King Bean.